My space to inspire is my Shift4Shop, where I sell my unique art. And it came about because when I learned about the Inspiration4 mission, I heard about the prosperity seat, and that if you opened up a Shift4Shop and showed your entrepreneurial spirit, you could win a trip to space. And so I thought, well, even though I'm a geoscientist, what better way for me to go to space than as an artist and a poet? And so I opened up my Shift4Shop specifically for me to be able to display the different types of art that I do. What inspired me to really become a space artist was my mom. And so last year during the pandemic, I was feeling a little bit sad because my mom had passed away a couple of years earlier, and I was missing her. Her birthday was coming up. And when she passed away, I had found a shoebox filled with postcards that my mom had kept from all my travels around the world my entire life. And so I thought, well, during a pandemic, what better way to, spread hope than to send people mail, postcards? So I bought just regular postcards, science postcards, and I was sending them out. And somebody said, well, where's your own postcard? Where's your own art? And I thought, I'm not an artist, I'm a scientist. Or am I an artist? So I started making collage art, which you see behind me, and sharing it with people, and everybody got really excited about it, which got me excited. But people kept asking, where can I buy your art? Is there a place for me to get it? And I didn't have anything. So when the Inspiration4 contest came along with opening up a Shift4Shop, it was the perfect opportunity for me to be able to provide my art to the people who had been following me. The biggest challenges of being an entrepreneur is that I have no business background. I am a scientist by training. And so it's a lot of the little things of how do you run a business? How do you pay your taxes? How do you market? How do you bring products to market? These are all things that I've been learning. And luckily with Shift4Shop, they've made it easy because they have, lots of plugins where I can have print on demand. And that is, to me, fantastic because I'm so busy training for space. I don't have time to mail things out and print them. But with my shop, I don't have to worry about that because people can go in and order something and it will be shipped to them. My goal for when I come back from space is to really continue to develop as an artist and poet. And so when I'm up there, I'm going to be writing original poetry. I am going to doing some art from space, and I have a lot of art that I already have. So I want to come back and figure out how I can curate it and then provide that to the people who are following me on my Shift4Shop. And so how do I inspire people again and again when I come back from this mission? One of the special things that I have is that I'm bringing flower seeds to space, and I call it, flower art, space flower art, basically. So when I come back, I'm going to grow these flowers, different types, different colors, and then I'm going to use that in my art. And so it's a way for me to continue to bring this really special moment back to Earth with me and to inspire others. And so I look forward to growing these flowers and maybe drying the leaves and trying to make pigment with them and pressing them and doing all kinds of just unique things. My advice to entrepreneurs like myself who are dreaming big is to figure out how to use your unique space to inspire those within your reach and beyond. So that's the name of my shop, Space to Inspire. It's not about outer space, it's about this space, your unique space that you inhabit, and how you can use your talents and your passions to inspire those within your reach and beyond. And you do that by expressing your creativity. I have the prosperity seat, and when we think about prosperity, a lot of times people think of money, but really prosperity can come in many forms. And one of them is just through creativity. You can reach your dreams and achieve so much when you share with others your passion. I think that the Inspiration4 mission will inspire people to think differently about space travel. And really, one of the big things is how space is for everyone and how solving for space solves for Earth. As a geoscientist, there's no better planet than our own. And so when we think about all of the technology and stuff that goes into helping us not only complete a mission like Inspiration4, but to survive and thrive in this really hostile environment we call space. And so you got to be efficient with water, energy, shelter, food, everything. And all of those things, those efficiencies are not only developed here on Earth, but can come back to Earth to make us more efficient in water usage and energy and all of those things. And so I'm really excited to help spread that message as a geoscientist, but also as an artist and poet, so I can reach people who may not be as sciencey through my art and my poetry. I think the qualities that I have found in myself that have been most useful has been openness and being authentic. And so when you're authentic, you know the things that you're passionate about and what your strengths are. And when you're open, you're willing to share those things with the world. And that makes a real difference, because when people know that there's something that you're passionate about and care deeply, then when they see opportunity, they'll think of you. And so a lot of my friends, I didn't know about Inspiration4 until my friends sent me the note saying, hey, this is happening, you should apply. And that is what being open and authentic can do for you. Oh, I am excited about everything that I'm bringing to space. I've got some personal things that I just grew up with, like comic books and trading cards. But then I have things that I've asked friends and family members that they want me to fly for them. But most important, I am bringing art with me to space. I'm bringing some paints so that I can paint in space. And I have these beautiful ones that I just want to show really quickly here that are metallic. And so I am going to try to paint in space, but then I'm also bringing original art to space, like this piece, Seeker, which is something that I drew specifically for another astronaut, Richard Garriott, who was going down to the Marianas Trench. And so he was looking for art and poetry. And this is before I got Inspiration4. So I sent him this. And I jokingly kind of said, you know, I'd love to take my space up to art one day, or have it fly, you know, up to space somehow. And then when he came back, he's like, did you know you're going to space? And I was like, no, I didn't know, but now I can carry this with me. But what's unique about it, not only did he take this piece of art down to the deepest part of our planet, just a few weeks ago with another astronaut, Scott Parazynski, it went to the Titanic. And so it's been down to the bottom of the Pacific, it's been down to the bottom of the Atlantic, and now it's going to space with me and my crew members, and it will be auctioned for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So a very well-traveled piece of art called Seeker. The three people who have really inspired me, number one, my father, hands down. He worked for NASA as a contractor during the Apollo missions. I was born on Guam as a result of that. And he just was kind of like a hidden figure, you know, as a Black male. He didn't have his degrees, but he loved mathematics and was super smart. And so he just worked really hard and was able to achieve so much. Unfortunately, he passed away from cancer when I was 19. And so he just hasn't been able to see all of the things that I've been able to accomplish in my life. But I'm going to bring my parents' photo with me. So both my mom and dad will be coming to space with me in that form. And so he's definitely number one. A couple of astronauts would be Mae Jemison, the first Black female astronaut, and then Catherine Sullivan, who is also a geoscientist astronaut. Just great role models. And then the last one is Bessie Coleman, which a lot of people may not know, but she was the first African-American woman to get her pilot's license. And she did this in 1921. And as a pilot, she just was a trailblazer. Against all the odds, she figured out a way to achieve her dreams. And I feel like that resonates really with me. The part of the Inspiration4 mission that I am most excited for, as you can tell, I'm already just thinking about it, is the cupola opening for the first time and being able to look back at our beautiful, amazing planet Earth. As a geoscientist, I can't think of anything better. As an artist and a poet, I can't think of anything more inspiring. And so that to me is going to be just this moment that I just can't wait. I do have a plan to write a couple of books. I want to write a children's novel to inspire kids at a young age to dream big. I want to do my autobiography so that people can see how resiliency and never giving up can lead to amazing opportunities. And then, but I also want to do a book of art and poetry. And so as I captured this experience, how can I share that in a really interesting way?